Day was held at Tatu City in Kiambu County as part of efforts to restore forest cover. The initiative is in line with the government's aim to have 15 billion trees planted by 2032. The tree planting exercise comes just days after President William Ruto launched the Climate Works Mtaani program, which aims to engage 200,000 youth across the country in tending to the environment beginning in October. They will be tasked with, among other things, tree growing.
Kenya's preoccupation with trees is the stuff of legend. The late Wangari Maathai becoming the first African woman to win a Nobel Peace Prize for her efforts at countering deforestation that made it increasingly difficult for rural women to live off the land. And in her own words, forced them to walk longer distances to access water that was not always clean. Wangari Maathai, who won recognition for thinking globally and acting locally, has proven herself a visionary ahead of her time.
Today, we are faced with a challenge that calls for a shift in our thinking so that humanity stops threatening its life support system.
Witnessing the drying out of a stream from which she drank as a child and the dying out of tadpoles with which she used to play, Wangari Maathai foresaw the devastating impacts of unsustainable development and the everyday life consequences of corruption.
As we progressively understood the causes of environmental degradation, we saw the need for good governance. Indeed, the state of any country's environment is a reflection of the kind of governance in place. And without good governance, there can be no peace.
It's a horror that continues to play out today. Construction on riparian land worsening flooding, causing massive displacement and critically eliminating precious carbon sinks. Extreme weather events are now a common occurrence, from the worst drought in recent decades to pest infestations and changing weather patterns. Never one to shy away from a fight or sit helplessly by, Wangari Maathai sought to impact change one tree at a time while inspiring an economic revolution, the wisdom of which has only been recognized in the present day as Kenya seeks to improve its economic fortunes through trees. Wangari Maathai and her Greenbelt Movement tribe planted 30 million trees. Kenya now seeks to plant 15 billion by 2032. According to the Forest and Landscape Restoration Plan for 2023 to 2027, the aim is to restore 3.5 million hectares of degraded land by 2027 at an approximate cost of 160 billion shillings. The overarching goal is forest and tree cover of a minimum of 30% of the total land area by 2050 at an estimated cost of 1.9 trillion shillings. As of 2021, according to the Kenya Forest Service, Kenya had a forest cover of 5.2 million hectares, which is 8.83% of the total national area, and 7.2 million hectares of tree cover. While the government's plan to reach the 15 billion trees planted goal by 2032 is to have every individual plant 30 trees per year, the Green Africa Foundation, founded by Dr. Isaac Kalua, aims to have everybody plant their age. Launching the Plant Your Age initiative in 2012, and whose inspiration was rooted in Wangari Maathai.
Plant your age! My trees, my age!
For whom Kenyans were exhorted to plant 71 trees in commemoration of her passing at age 71 in 2011. It's a tradition that has carried on over the years every second Saturday of September in anticipation of the short rains.
That every 2 seconds, as a football pitch size of land and trees falls, every 2 seconds world over, is a cascade of loss. It means loss of food, as forests are the bread baskets for the world's most vulnerable.